Good evening, 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 and welcome to Thursday night game night at the more regular time of 8 PM. This is going to become a permanent fixture, at least this season. We'll see how we get on with it. Yeah, it's going to be an evening that largely doesn't feature face-off moving forward this season, but we're making one exception here, and there's one more exception later on in the season. Otherwise, this is a stream which is generally going to be a shorter stream, mainly one or two shorter games have been scheduled for this Thursday evening stream, and looking forward to sharing it with you. Thank you all so much for joining me. Welcome to Effrontery, Shadowmane, Colo, ABME, Clive, Woohoo, Mark, Lingo, Lupine, Oni, It's Otley, Adam, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you very much for joining me. And it is time for the second of two face-off play-ins. We saw the first play-in during the opening ceremony on Saturday, and we saw Samster take that 15th seed, and tonight 4 more players will battle it out for the 16th seed, the last place available in the tournament bracket. Let's find out who we have got facing off this evening. We've got Paul, he's 32 years old from West Sussex. We've got Ralph, 31 years old, and he's from Yorkshire. We've got Shadowmane, he's 24 years old, and he's from Milton Keynes. And we've got Adam, he's 23, and he's a student blogger from Limerick. To all 4 of you, good evening.
Good evening, Royal Flush.
Good evening, Danny.
Lovely to have you all here. Hope you all are keeping well. Now, briefly, Paul, first of all, how are you doing?
Not doing too bad.
Good stuff. Now, you finished. Let me just bring my data up from the last game. You finished, Paul, in 21st place. You did manage to find 7 questions, though it took you 14 to get there, according to the data here. So 7 correct answers from 14 questions, giving you a 50% accuracy rating. Just shy of 80 seconds to get there. How do you fancy your chances in this play-in?
Well, I'm at a disadvantage from being the slowest in the qualifiers out of the 4 of us, so hopefully I can improve on that. And no expectations, really, just have fun.
Have fun with it. Well, that does. You are right that you were the slowest of the 4 players here, which is why you've ended up on the blue seat. Could be an advantage, could be a disadvantage. All we know is that you will be facing questions first. Very best of luck to you tonight, Paul.
Thank you.
And facing off against Paul is Ralph. Ralph, good evening.
Evening.
First time I've spoken to you live, because of course you were speaking to us from the past on Saturday. How was your trip away?
Oh, it was very nice. We went to see my dad and his partner. We went out to a curry.
Very nice. Oh yes, that was the curry I couldn't recognise because I opened it up and I think I was sat in the sun or something. And he messaged me a photo of it. But I'm glad you had a good time. All the same. Now, second slowest of the play-in players here, just barely 0.2 seconds faster than Paul, 79.75 seconds. Like Paul, it took you 14 questions to answer 7, giving you a 50% accuracy rating. How do you figure your chances are tonight? Ralph?
Oh, I thought you were talking to Shadowmane
No,
there.
oh, still on you.
Well, I bet a lot of people weren't expecting me to be here after I finished in 3rd during the last face.
And absolutely. Well, I mean, say this has been full of surprises. I think you were certainly in the grand final of the first season, and Samson, who's won Buzz Off and has been to the final of Super Week, he was in the other play-in as well. So. You know, it's been already been a tournament of some surprises, but do wish you the very best of luck tonight, Ralph, and all the best.
Thank you.
And facing off against Paul and Ralph is Shadowmane. Shadowmane, good evening.
Good evening, Ben.
How are you keeping?
I've had very little time to rest on my line going into this. I spent most of yesterday out of the house.
Oh no! Well, maybe something you saw out of the house will come up this evening. We'll have to wait and see. You managed to get 7 correct answers in the qualifier. It took you 15 questions to get there. So a slightly lower accuracy rating than the other 3 players here, but with a faster time, 73.47 seconds. What do you reckon your chances are coming into this?
Well, going up against juggernauts like Ralph and Adam, I'd say I've got very decent to slightly worrisome chances, but I've seen a double bill of Richard Osman's House of Games and a final chase, so that's a bit of a mental warm-up for me, so I should be good to go.
Well, wish you the very best of luck, and hopefully that warming up will come in handy this evening. Good luck, Shadowmane. And facing off against Paul and Ralph and Shadowmane is Adam. Adam, good evening.
Hello, Ben. Again.
Nice to have you here. Hope you're keeping well. 7 correct answers in your qualifier from 11, so dropping just 4, which is a pretty good percentage, 63.64%. Just over a minute to get there, 65.66 seconds. I mean, it's a pretty impressive record coming into this, but of course this is the full face-off, the full fact face-off experience. How do you fancy your chances?
First of all, Shadowmane calling me a juggernaut, I'm flattered, but I honestly don't think that's really the case. I'm primarily here because I had a solid run of questions, I got it out there in good time and managed to make it comfortably into the playoff bracket when I almost had a chance of qualifying automatically had it not been for that final heat. In terms of tonight, I'm feeling less nervous than I was last weekend, but this is a whole different challenge because, as you just said, we're playing a proper game of face-off. You only get one shot at this, and if you blow it, you blow it. So I've got 2 teddy bears to squeeze because my legs are already shaking, and I'm going to need all the stress balls and all the calmness I can get.
Good stuff. Well, wish you the very best of luck tonight, Adam, and to all 4 of you, indeed, the very best of luck. It is all in the spirit of good fun, but of course, this is the last slot available in the bracket. Now, just a reminder that this is a full face-off, so we'll start with 60 seconds each on the clock, and we will lose a player once one of you runs out of time. We'll repeat with 90 seconds with just the 3 of you, and then once again with just 2 of you with 120 seconds each. The last player standing will go through to the bracket with the 16th seed. You all ready to play?
Yes, Ben.
Let's do this.
Alright, very best of luck to you all. Let's go to the face-off arena. And once again, as player with the slowest time, Paul, you are going to be answering questions first. Good luck to all 4 of you. And Paul, your time starts. Now, Paul, which actress starred as Satine in the 2001 film Moulin Rouge?
Nicole Kidman.
Correct. Ralph, what type of tree appears in the centre of the flag of Lebanon?
Cedar.
Correct. Shadowmane, a pedalo is a small type of what vehicle?
Bike.
One more time?
Bike.
No, it's a boat. An overactive thyroid can lead to Graves' disease, affecting which organs of the body?
Abs.
No, it's the eyes. What is 56 plus 9?
65.
Correct. Adam, in which 1997 rom-com did Julia Roberts star as food critic Julianne Potter?
Guess who's coming to dinner?
No, it's My Best Friend's Wedding. Which word is a collective term for racehorses and a cord or thread?
Sorry, no idea.
It's string. Bikini Atoll, the site of a US atomic bomb test, is in which ocean?
Pacific Ocean.
Correct. Paul, what A is a French word commonly used in English meaning mood, surroundings or atmosphere?
Pass.
It's ambience. What A is the collective name given to animals that live in or among trees?
Aviary.
No, it's arboreal. Johnny Vaughan starred as Paul Clark in which 2001 sitcom?
Pass.
Horrible. Which rock star once said, "I'd rather be dead than singing Satisfaction when I'm 45"?
Big Jagger.
Correct. Ralph, the symbol for which chemical element comes from the Latin word plumbum?
Lead.
Correct. Shadowmane, Don't Speak and Hey Baby were UK hit singles for which American group?
Pass.
There's no doubt. In poetry, Into the Valley of Death Rode the 600 refers to which disastrous charge? Charge of the Light Brigade is correct. Adam, which word for a minor collision can also refer to moving a train between sides?
Carriage.
No, it's shunt. What bee is the common nickname for a rabbit, especially a young one?
Honey.
Correct. Paul, Julia Stiles and Sean Patrick Thomas starred in the 2001 film Save the
Pass.
Last... It's Dance. What S is a name is given to a person who takes unauthorised possession of unoccupied premises?
A pass.
It's a squatter. What is the only state in the USA whose name begins with the letter U?
Utah.
Correct. Ralph, in which TV series did Trevor Eve play a private detective who appeared on Radio West? More time?
Pass.
Shoestring. Which word can be a blow landed with the fist and a party drink?
Punch.
Correct. Shadowmane, Oberon is a moon of which planet in our solar system?
Jupiter.
No, it's Uranus. The snow leopard is native to which continent?
Africa.
Asia. In which African country is the river Vaal?
Democratic Republic of the Congo.
No, South Africa. Which Yorkshire city is home to an international piano competition usually held every 3 years?
York.
No, it's Leeds. Which US city features in the title of the 1988 single by Sting about an Englishman living in
pass.
America? It's New York. What P means an unnecessary, prolonged and tedious fuss or discussion?
Provocation.
No, it's a palaver. When the tide goes... And you're out of time. Oh, Shadowmane. Couple of tricky questions in there. There was a little bit. It took me one or two attempts to hear you on a couple of those. Maybe some slight microphone issues there, but you gave it a good go. But unfortunately, here is where it ends. I'm so sorry, but your time has run out. Shadowmane, have you had a good time though?
It's been an improvement. The last time I was in Face Off, I only got to play one game, and that was it. This time I got to play 2 games.
Got to play. Well, that's an improvement. And hey, here's hoping for a few more next time round as well.
Yeah, maybe next time I'll be in the tournament proper.
We'll have to wait and see. Shadowmane, you've been a great sport. Thank you very much for taking part, and we'll see you another time.
Have a good evening.
So Shadowmane leaves us and 3 players remain. Paul, with the least amount of time, will be continuing on the blue podium. Adam is going to move into the middle and Ralph is going to move over to the right. Let's go on to round number 2. So Paul, not too bad of a start there. Just about 10 seconds left on your clock. A couple of tricky little spirals there. How are you feeling coming out of that?
Definitely a few that I should have got there. So, like Save the Last Dance and Squatter and stuff like that. Sort of. Yeah. Oh.
But still, chip and a chair, that's all they say. We've refreshed your clock, you're back up to 90 seconds. Adam, oh, hello. My computer's just done a big thing. Computer, are you... It appears to still be with us. It looked like someone just pressed refresh on all my monitors, so that's interesting. Adam, moving into the middle podium, how are you feeling?
My heart is absolutely racing, but you know what? I had a personal goal, and that was to just survive the first round, and I cannot believe I've done that with the amount of time I had left.
You have indeed, yes. I'm finishing in second as well. No mean feat. So one step closer to the bracket. Wish you the very best of luck going into round 2. Time has been reset to 90 seconds, and the third one through is Ralph. Ralph, back on the right-hand side. How are you feeling about that?
I'm feeling confident. Happy
Good.
to be on the right-hand side. That's a good sign going into round 2.
I will just say, Ralph, I'm getting a slight dip at the beginning of what you're saying. I know you've got a new microphone. I think you said you've got a new microphone recently.
Yes.
So I don't know if you've changed your Discord settings to turn off the noise gate and to turn off automatic voice detection.
Yeah, I'm push to talk at the moment.
Okay. So okay, well, if you stick with that for now, we'll see how we get on. But it's just something to bear in mind. My computer's just done another weird blink at me on some of the monitors. I'm slightly concerned as to what's going on here, but we'll keep going for now. Well, very best of luck to all 3 of you. You've got 90 seconds left on each of your respective clocks. Paul, you're once again going to be answering first. Very best of luck, and Paul, your time starts. Now, Paul, who wrote the novel Lord Jim?
Pass.
Joseph Conrad. The musical film My Fair Lady is based on the play Pygmalion by who?
George Bernard Shaw.
Correct. Adam, in which US city are prehistoric animals preserved in the La Brea tar pits?
Kansas.
No, it's Los Angeles. Who wrote the novel The Secret History?
Pass.
Donna Tartt. Which 3-letter word can mean a vase for ashes or a vessel used for tea making?
Pot.
It's an urn. Which auto manufacturer makes models of car including the Corvette, Impala and Cruise?
Chevron.
It's not Chevron, it's Chevrolet. I'm afraid I pressed the wrong button there. I just got to that, so I'm going to have to put it back onto you.
Okay.
Apologies for that. I got distracted by another blink over on the computer. Ralph, I'm going to give you half a second back because I did go on to you, plus 0.5. And Adam, I'm going to put the clock on to you, and that time will continue.
Sorry about that.
Oh, it wasn't your fault, it's entirely on me. And my dog is now barking, the screens are still blinking, it's all going horribly wrong from a technological point of view. The clock, Adam, will continue in 3, 2, 1. Adam, which former boxer, also known as the Greatest, celebrated his 65th birthday?
Mike Tyson.
No, it's Muhammad Ali. Who performed the theme song to the James Bond film No Time to Die?
Shirley Bassey.
Billie Eilish. Who hosts The Masked Singer in the UK?
Joel Dammit.
Correct. Ralph, who had a hit single in 2008 with Sex on Fire?
Kings of Leon.
Correct. Paul, a Steel wedding anniversary celebrates how many years of marriage?
30.
No, it's 11. The volunteer group known as the Guardian Angels first appeared in which US city?
Los Angeles.
No, New York. Sofia is the capital of which European
Bulgaria.
country? Correct. Adam, which name links a character in Scooby-Doo and the reggae singer Orville Burrell?
Shaggy.
Correct. Ralph, in 1986, which Minister of Defence resigned over the Westland affair?
Pass.
Michael Heseltine. The song made famous in music halls by Marie Lloyd was Don't Dilly Dally
Yes.
on the Way. What type of fish is usually smoked to make a bloater?
Flounder.
No, it's herring. In the army, what Q is the title given to someone responsible for accommodation, food and...
Quartermaster.
Correct. Paul, who had a hit single in 2018 with Shotgun?
Pass.
George Ezra. What name is given to the study of codes?
Pass.
It's cryptology. The study at the billiards room are features in which...
Ludo.
Correct. Adam, in the 1953 film Calamity Jane, Doris Day sang Just Blew In from the Windy what?
Pass.
City. On what K of a computer would you find function keys and a spacebar?
Spacebar.
No, the keyboard. In the 19th century, which country announced the Monroe Doctrine?
Pass.
It's the United States. Air Astana is the flag carrier airline of which country?
Kazakhstan.
Correct. Ralph, in the UK, a sign for a one-way street comprises a white arrow on what colour background?
Blue.
Correct. Paul, what nationality was the psychoanalyst Sigmund Freud?
Belgian.
No, he was Austrian. How many feet are there in 5 yards?
12.
15. Complete the title of the 1989 film starring Al Pacino, Sea of what?
Pass.
Love. The flag of the Soviet Union featured a hammer, sickle and star of what colour on a red background?
Yellow.
Or gold, correct. Adam, John Howard and Elizabeth Fry both campaigned for the reform of what type of institution?
Prisons.
Correct. Ralph, which country singer co-starred with Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin in the 1980 comedy 9 to 5?
Dolly Parton.
Correct. Paul, in 2002, which legendary British singer had a hit single with this trained and
Pass.
Elton John, which digit on the human hand is traditionally used by a hitchhiker to obtain a lift from a passing
The
vehicle?
pointer finger.
No, it's the thumb. Reclining woman, nuclear energy, and oval with points are works by
Pass.
Henry Moore. The Portland Timbers compete in which MLS conference?
Pass.
It's the Western. In the Daily Mail, Peter Watson used to write on which subject?
Pass.
Astrology. Popular children's nursery rhyme begins with the line Goosey Goosey Wonder, whither shall I
Rome. I don't know.
wander? What is 3/4 of 12?
4.
No, it's 9.
3 quarters.
3/4 would be
Oh, man.
9. Oh, Paul.
Oh my goodness, Paul.
Slippery down there. It was
Yeah.
very, very close. Adam, if you'd like to mute while you catch your breath, that would be grand.
I can't. I need 30 seconds anyway. Please excuse me.
I'm just going to
Yeah,
temporarily.
I think I'm having some microphone problems myself,
All right, well,
given that
I'll-
my voices is coming through.
Let me fix the mic problems in just a minute. First of all, let's need to say cheerio to Paul. Paul, a great run to get to this point, and it looked like you might be a shoo-in for the final, but just letting it slip away from you at the end there.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes. But I'm hoping you had fun all the same, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Yep, good luck to the other two.
Cheers, Paul. Take care.
Bye.
So, just Adam and Ralph remain to go through to the final round. Let's go there now. So it's Adam and Ralph. Adam, sorry to mute you there, but I felt you were in danger of possibly hyperventilating while I was trying to say cheerio to Paul right there. So how you doing?
I was feeling the same, to be honest. And in fact, if I said I was dreamt that if I got this point, I said, "Can I just have 30 seconds to catch my breath because I'm not going to breathe."
That's always a good. Breathing is a good idea, but certainly catching it is a very worthwhile thing to do. You're through to the final of this play-in, and one more victory, and you will be through to the bracket. How are you feeling?
I cannot believe I've gotten this far, but Ralph is a formidable competitor, and there's a reason he's to the right of opposed to the left of me. So it's going to be extremely difficult, but I'm up for the challenge. So come on, Ralph, do your best, please, and I'll try and match you.
Very best of luck.
I hate to go out here.
Well, the very best of luck to Adam and Ralph. Yeah, some mic problems that you potentially having there. What I would suggest at this stage, if you go to your Discord settings and then go to voice and video.
I'm on there already.
It's quite near the top of the page. There's an option called input sensitivity, and it automatically determine input sensitivity. And input mode as well. If you change input mode, change that to voice activity.
Okay.
There
Yes.
should then be an option saying automatically determine input sensitivity.
Yeah, I see that.
Switch that to off.
Yes.
And then take the slider down to about -75. That's what I have mine at.
And keep it on voice activity.
Keep it on voice activity. If you need to manually mute, if you need to go and if you need to go and shout or something, then you can manually mute it. But just keep it on that, and we'll pick up everything.
Thanks very much for the advice.
No problem at all. So, Ralph, plenty of time still in the bank coming into this one, but we have reset both counters to 120. Final opportunity to drop before the bracket begins. How are you feeling?
Well, okay, so I'd hate to lose to Adam here.
Do you know what? I don't mind losing to you at this. Losing to you because you are phenomenal quizzer when you're on form. And you know what? I said before you were the toughest person in this particular selection, and I just thought you really shouldn't be going through this entire playoff process. You should automatically be there. But then again, you had a rough qualification heat, and that's why we're here.
Right.
I was dazzled by Clara Dinker.
Dexter, why are you shouting? Wiggly Dog has come to say hello, and I've got Cat in the cubby hole there. I'm just going to go find out why he's shouting. I don't know if it's no, it's not my wife who's got that. If you hang fire just a second, build some tension, because he won't stop shouting, and I need to find out why. Dex, what are you yelling about, mate? What are you
God. 2 minutes away from the Champions League of Royal Flesh's server, Ralph.
Right, I don't know why he's shouting, but I've opened the kitchen door and it seems to have placated him, so hopefully we can get through the rest of this without too much doggy shouting. Good luck to you both. Let's go. Oh no, we're already in the final. Adam, you're going to be answering questions first. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to close this door so if they bark, it will be slightly dampened.
Yeah, you've got an exciting dog. We've just got the company of the eels.
Yes, just the eels here, who are blissfully silent. Right, here we go. 2 minutes each. Adam, you're going to be starting. Best of luck to you both. And Adam, your time starts now. Adam, in which 2001 film does Will Smith play a former champion boxer?
Rocky Balboa.
No, it's Ali. The author of Shogun and King Rat was James who?
Haskett.
It's Clavel. What T is an infectious disease also known as jail fever or camp fever?
Sorry, no idea.
No, it's typhus. Which surname of Scottish origin links TV presenter Michaela and Celtic Football Club manager Gordon?
Brown.
No, it's Strachan. In 1983, the wearing of which safety device became compulsory for those travelling in the front seat?
Seatbelts.
Correct. Ralph, who wrote the poem I Wish I'd Looked After Me Teeth?
Pass.
It's Pam Ayres. What G is a plant-eating insect with long hind legs used for jumping and producing a chirping sound?
Grasshopper.
Correct. Adam, what is the thin rectangular sheet of metal with highly sharpened edges in a safety razor known as?
Dunno.
It's a blade. In TV's The Simpsons, which character owns the Springfield nuclear power station?
Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns is right. Ralph, how many dancers would take part in a quadrille? No, it's 8. In which decade did the general strike occur in Britain?
1970s.
1920s. The flowering plant Giphyssophilia is also known as baby's what?
Bottom.
Breath. What is the distinguishing ingredient of a so-called liquid lunch?
Alcohol.
Correct. Adam, which Norwegian playwright wrote the play A Doll's House?
No idea, sorry.
Henrik Ibsen. In the 1990s TV sitcom Men Behaving Badly, which actor played Tony?
Will Smith?
Neil Morrissey. In the American sitcom Friends, what is the surname of the character Chandler?
Dunno.
No, it's Bing. What is the largest state in Germany by area?
Saxony?
Bavaria. The name of which Christian festival goes before the words rose and tree in the name of plants?
Festival. Ash?
No, it's Christmas. In the Bible, which Philistine giant was slain by David?
Goliath.
Correct. Ralph, in 1987, which body of water were Richard Branson and Per Lindstrand the first to cross by hot air balloon?
Channel.
No, it's the
Channel.
Atlantic Ocean. In which modern-day country were Pablo Neruda and Isabel Allende born?
Mexico.
No, it's Chile. Which slang word for beer completes the name of the village in Hampshire whose first name part is Nether?
Booze.
No, it's Wallop. Publisher Robert Maxwell was an MP from 64 to 70 for which political party?
Conservatives.
No, it's the Labour Party. The pulmonary arteries carry deoxygenated blood between the lungs and which...
Heart.
Correct. Adam, in the UK, the poppy is a symbol of which day that is commemorated in November?
Remembrance Sunday.
Remembrance Day is correct. Ralph, what is the square root of 25?
5.
Correct. Adam, which Australian author won the 2001 Booker Prize?
Dunno.
Peter Carey. The Royal and Ancient is a club in St Andrews recognised as the home of which game?
Golf.
Correct. Ralph, who is the father of Labour MP Hilary James Benn? One more time?
Cody Ben.
Correct. Adam, what H originally meaning to blindfold now means to trick or deceive?
Hoodwink.
Correct. Ralph, the silversmith Paul Revere played an important role at the start of which war?
American Civil War.
American War of Independence. What colour is the gemstone amethyst?
Purple.
Correct. Adam, the 1998 film City of Angels is set in which US city?
Atlanta.
No, it's Los Angeles. What common name is given to the jelly-like substance which contains frog's eggs?
Fair play to you, Ralph. You win.
And
Adam.
that is it. Oh, good game from both players. But Adam, your time is out. You gave it a good go. You got Ralph down to his almost his last 30 seconds there, but unfortunately,
To be
just out of time.
honest with you, Ben, I said before coming in here, Ralph was the one to beat, and at the end of the day, I made it through to the grand final of a qualifying playoff, and I lost to the fundamentally better quizzer. I mean, look at his time. Even though he encountered a few spirals, I just couldn't overcome mine quick enough, and that's the bottom line.
Well, Adam, you certainly gave it a good go, and you've done very well to get to this point with a very good time coming in, but unfortunately the journey does end here. Have you had a good time?
I've done so much better than I thought I ever would, to be honest with you. I'm happy that I've had this experience, and hopefully, as the Terminator says, I'll be back.
Hope so. Well, Adam, thank you very much for playing us. I'll pop you back into the green room, and we'll see you a bit later on.
Thanks, Ben.
Which means the winner and taking seed number 16, it's Ralph. Well, we got there, Ralph.
Absolute fair play to Adam. I wouldn't have thought he'd be getting as far as the final round of the final play-in. Really did well against Jogging, Chorm and Shadowmane.
Absolutely. And so he gave you a bit of a run for your money, just coming into your last 30 seconds there, but you did manage to fend him off and fend off that clock, and you are through with the 16th seed, so very well done. You get a chance to play it through to the final. What I'm going to suggest is at some point before the heats kick off, we'll have a look at that microphone, because I'm still losing some of the beginning stuff from you there.
Yeah, I was noticing.
So obviously that's going to cost you precious time in the long run.
Yeah, kind of a cheap one, but
I'm sure we
I'm
can
only
figure
just
something out
starting
with that.
out on this whole big gaming PC thing.
How's it gone so far?
Pretty well. I've just got the speakers to plug in, but I have the headset on, so that'll do for now.
Well, Ralph, do go grab yourself a beer or a cup of tea or something, and do sit back, relax, enjoy the rest of the stream, and we will see you in the heats. Just to have a quick glance at the heats, you are now seed number 16, which means you are going to be playing on the 3rd of May in that first
I have the
heat.
schedule up in front of me already, and it seems that I'm having a reunion with Claire already.
Absolutely, your Claire reunion coming as the first heat of on day 1 for you. Colo, Claire, Lupine, and Itzotli, and that's going to be on the 3rd of May, which is, I believe, Tuesday next week, I think. So, Ralph, I'll let you get going, but congratulations, and we'll see you in the heats.
See you and the eels then.
Cheerio. So, Ralph progresses to the bracket and gets the 16th seed. And Penny, please stop hitting me. In fact, could you come off my computer? No, I'm not comfortable with you sitting there because the off button is right there and you're going to tread on it just to spite me. Come on, out you come. Good girl. I need to go and find out what's going on in my house because it's a bit mad. I think my wife might be back. I think I need to let Penny out of this office, but not into Dexter. Stay right there because after the break we have got The Purge as written by Lewis T. The off button is right. Yeah. It's The Purge with written by Lewis T. With me, but written by Lewis T. I do hope you'll join me for that. Congratulations to Ralph, and on with the heats, which continue, or rather begin, this Saturday. The first heat will be between Derek, DVD Smith, Benz J, and Zeusless. I do hope you'll join me for that. It'll be about 9:15, something like that. Cool. Go grab yourselves a drink. I'll play a quick ad break, and we'll be back with The Purge very shortly. And don't touch that dial, because after the break we will be back with The Purge. I'm going to give everyone some pennies in just a minute, so make sure you type in the code for those. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Welcome to the Purge, which is still out of sync. HSBR if you want to play. It's a pack written by Lewis T1, to whom we're very grateful. Maybe a smidge on the harder side, this pack, was my analysis after proofing it. Maybe just a smidge. We have changed a couple of the questions around towards the end of the game, and not towards the end of the game, in the Purge part of the game. Yes, Hong Kong Shanghai banking operation. That's how Scooby-Doo would say. Type of the code if you want to come play. 17 in so far. Give you a few minutes to come and join on this, the first Thursday stream. So yes, Thursdays are going to be a new thing. And next Thursday, just to get ahead of the curve in case you're wanting to come back, we have got Plinko, the quiz. As written by me, I should probably write that at some point. And Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? One by Carl VII and one by Mrs. Royal Flush. So Mrs. Flush has written a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire pack, which I haven't seen. I think Oni has taken custody of proofing that one. So yeah, that's going to be next Thursday if you wanted to come along and play that. It'll be next Thursday at 8 o'clock. New people joining the stream. I had to restart the controller, so if I've already said your name, I'm going to say it again. Welcome to Innis, Fluid Fernando, Woohoo, Dogfish, Lewis, Toop, Jers, BC, Silent Marine, Joe, Oni, and Adam, and anyone else lurking, loitering, lingering. Great to have you. Hope you're keeping well. And Topper as well. Hello, Topper. Welcome to the stream. You in the game, Topper? Yes, you are. You're number 3. Great. 22 players in so far. Like I say, this is packed by Lewis. I think it's a little tricky, not crazy tricky, and there's some good questions in here that might require some logicking out, perhaps. Also, where I haven't yet automated the winner and author bonus for this, so that is something I will have to do manually with the controller towards the end of the game. I think we'll leave it there. That's 22 players. That's enough to be going on with. I'm going to relax into my chair because I've started jogging recently, so I'm all of the ache just at the moment. Logic, yeah, logic is a good thing. Did I say logic? Maybe. Logic, rubbish rapper. Maybe. Hello, Chubby Chub. Right, here we go. Let's lock it up and start with our tiebreaker question. Tiebreaker question, as you know, takes the form of a number. The closer to that number you are, the better your score. You want to be as close as possible. It may not come into play. It will only come into play if there is a tie on number of correct answers given come the end game. This will be the second metric to break the tie, whoever's closest going through. So it will be a number. Please whisper to the bot without punctuation, spaces, full stops, decimal points, or anything like that. It will be an integer number, a whole number, and you've got 20 seconds to whisper the answer from when the question finishes typing. The bot should say in chat when answers will be accepted. Good luck. Here is the tiebreaker question. Known for containing fictional bridges, how many €5 banknotes long is Europe's longest non-fictional bridge? Assume that they're placed end to end with their shorter edges touching. 10 seconds. The answer is 143,208. Yes, I do need to change the text mesh on this to use the text appears script that Ash has sent me a while back because it's a much better way of text appearing and does the line properly. But yeah, 143,208. So it's Lisbon's Vasco da Gama Bridge is Europe's longest bridge with a length of 17,185 metres. A €5 banknote is 120 millimetres wide, which means you need 143,208 of them to equal the length of the bridge. And they do get easier from that point on until they get harder again. So, I'm going to question number 1. The breakpoint starts at 50%. Every time we survive a question, we will drop that breakpoint by 10%. If more than 50% get this question wrong, then we will go to the Purge, where you must answer a full answer question in order to survive and stay in the game. So the hive mind can save you, but only for so long. For question number 1, there are 2 options, whispering A or B within 10 seconds, and your options for question 1 are the Pepper Hun, the Salt Bay. How's the Turkish chef Nusret Gökçe better known online? A reminder that abstention will be treated as incorrect in this game. Let's have a look. The correct answer is the Salt Bay. The Salt Bay. Yeah, so he recently opened a premium restaurant in London before abandoning it after 6 weeks to set up another one in Saudi Arabia. The restaurant went viral for its lavish food and exorbitant bills, often running into 5 figures. Here's the Salt Bay. How many of you got that one right? Start the meter. No drama here. 3 players getting this one wrong, 1 abstention, and 18 players getting the right answer, 82%. Very good, let's go on. Question number 2, still 2 options, and they are permitted, forbidden. If something is interdit in France, then it is what? Die. Correct answer. It's B. Verboten. Das ist verboten in German. Interdit is the past participle of interdire, which means to forbid by decree or to excommunicate. So, hoping you're okay there on your French. Let's find out how many of you were wrong. Start the meter. Getting just over, excuse me, halfway to that breakpoint, 22%-ish. Getting that one wrong, 2 abstentions there, and 3 going for A, permitted, but always 5. And we go on to question number 3. 2 options here, A or B breakpoint dropping to 30%, and the options are the high road, the low road. In the Scottish song, The Bonny Banks of Loch Lomond, which road gets you to Scotland first? And there's time. I just see Inca abstain on a Scotland question. Correct answer is B, the low road. The low road. Lyrics read, you take the high road and I'll take the low road and I'll be in Scotland before you. Variants exist, but they all give the same idea. So, 30% the breakpoint. If more than that of you are wrong, then we'll go to a purge. If not, we'll go on. How many were wrong? Start the meter. We are within 10% and slowing. And we have triggered it. 55% were incorrect there. Busting through that breakpoint. And we are going to purge number 1. Wrong answers or abstentions will be in this purge where you must answer a question, a full question, in order to survive. My wife is texting me. Hope your stream went well. I'll say, it's still going. It's still going. Text her back. I think she's just gone to get Dylan from Scouts. Hello, Cat. Hello, Cat. So, if you were wrong or abstained, if you're one of the 11 who gave me the high road, or if you're Inca who abstained, then you're going into this purge. Let's find out who you are. Topper, Lupine, Samster, Kolo, Oni, Innis, DMC. Goodness me, that's a top row and a half. Sarko Space, Fluid, Fernando, Woohoo, P5, and brand new Halo. You're all in this purge. You must give me a full answer within 20 seconds. If you fail to give me an answer or give me the wrong answer, you will be eliminated. Good luck. And your first purge question is: what is the southernmost country in mainland Africa with a flag containing both red and green? And there's answers from everybody. And that's time. Hopefully you gave me the answer South Africa. We'll have a look and see who did give me that in a minute. Next episode said, I hope your stream went well. I texted back saying it's still going. It said, oh, well, I retract my good wishes then. But let's find out how many were right, how many were wrong. Oh, just woohoo, giving me Madagascar there. No, I'm afraid it's South Africa. The southernmost point of the African continent lies in South Africa, and the flag contains both red and green. Unfortunately, Madagascar is not the right answer, and it does mean at this stage, woohoo, you have been purged. Everyone else giving me the right answer. South Africa, very well done. You get to rejoin the game. And the breakpoint resets to 60%. Still 2 options for question number 4, A and B, and they are red, black. When Ashley Revels successfully bet his life savings on a roulette spin, the ball landed in the 7 pocket. So which colour did he bet on? And there's your time up. Correct answer is... whoops, if I focus on the right window. It's A, red. Revel also changed his middle name to that of a bookmaker who helped fund his bet. Simon Cowell said that the event was the inspiration for his game show Red or Black, which was hosted by Ant and Dec. So a little bit of a coin flip question for you, unless you know your roulette wheels particularly well. Let's find out how many were wrong. Start the meter. We are halfway there. And we've stopped. 43% incorrect. No abstentions there. 9 players going for black. 12 players going for red. So the hive mind has kept everybody safe for now. Let's go on to question number 5. Question 5, the last point where there are 2 options. After this, they will go up to 3, and the break point is 50%. Let's have a look at the question. Options are Gruber kick, or grubber kick, or box kick. Which of these rugby kicks typically attains a higher maximum height? Grubber kick or box kick? Time. Correct answer is it's a box kick. A grubber kick typically travels a little higher than the player's height, is made to gain ground, and often used if the player believes their team can outrun the defence. A box kick is a high kick that usually gains a little distance, but aims to move the kicking team further upfield by regathering the ball beyond the point at which it was. So there we go, some rugby trivia for you right there. Let's find out how many of you were incorrect. Breakpoint is 50%. Start the meter. Halfway there. Within 10% and slowing. But we have stopped exactly the same as before. 12 giving the right answer, 9 giving the wrong answer, except the breakpoint is just that little bit more precariously close at this point. 50% what it is now. It is about to drop to 40%. But for now, let's go on to question number 6. 3 options now available, A, B and C. Breakpoint dropping to 40%. Let's see how you fare with this. Options are farm fare, cottage core, bungalow base. What is the name of the fashion style based on English rural life, mostly popularised by young people? Fashion style based on English rural life, mostly popularised by young people. Time. Correct answer is B, cottage core. Joy Romantic, we are not interested in your... Thank you, Gado. We are not interested in buying your follows, thank you very much. So, cottage core is the answer we're after there. Embraces a simpler, more sustainable life and takes its inspiration from English countryside style. So there we go. Breakpoint is 40%. Let's find out how many of you were wrong. Start the meter. Over halfway there, we're still climbing. Slowing down now. And you bust through it. 48% of you were incorrect. No abstentions there. Curiously, nobody going for bungalow base either, but 10 of you going for farm fare, just 11 going for the correct answer. 52% of you are safe, but the 48%, the 10 players who are wrong, you are going into Purge number 2, and those players are Shadowmane, Topper, Oni, DMC, Sugspace, Fluid Fernando, Brand New Halo, Jers, BC, and Silent Marine. Very best of luck to you. Full answer required within 20 seconds. And that question is: what is the lowest number of correct answers required to win a standard full game of Trivial Pursuit? There is everyone with an answer. And let's hope you all gave me the correct answer. which is 7. Yes, it's 7 because you need 1 of each category and then the hub to win the game. 6 wedges plus the final question in the centre. Oni going for 6. Silent Marine going for 40. Both of those incorrect answers, I'm afraid. Oni and Silent Marine, you have been purged. Do you want to leave, Pussycat? Do you want to leave? There you go. You sneak off back to the bedroom. Breakpoint resets to 70%, and there are 19 players left in play. Well, let's see how you get on with this. 3 options, and they are FIFA, The Sims, Grand Theft Auto. According to data from gamesindustry.biz, which of these video game franchises has the highest cumulative sales in the UK? Time. 70% the breakpoint that we're looking to avoid. The correct answer is A, FIFA. Now, I would have thought The Sims, but apparently not. Combined, the top 30 franchises made almost £13 billion in total revenue. GTA is 4th on the list, and The Sims is 7th. Because The Sims, Sims. That was my thinking as well, Sam. The Sims has about 1 billion DLC packs, but I guess they're quite a bit cheaper than a full game, maybe. And FIFA's been every year for 25 years, and it costs like, is it like 80 quid now for FIFA? I don't know. I haven't bought it since FIFA like 99, I think. So there we go. I remember playing FIFA 98 Road to World Cup quite a lot. Those were the days. Anyway, if you gave me a FIFA, then you'll be contributing to safety. If not, you'll be contributing towards a purge. 70% is the breakpoint. Who buys FIFA every year? Who knows? Anyway, 70% the breakpoint. Start the meter. Getting close. Oh, and we have stopped. Just 7 giving the correct answer there. 7 going for GTA, 5 going for The Sims. No abstentions there, but 63% getting it wrong. Up as high as that. Pretty close to the breakpoint, but we do survive one more question. Let's go on to question number 8. We dropped that breakpoint by 10% down to 60, and 3 options for question 8 are Clive Myrie, Jeremy Paxman, Victoria Corrin Mitchell. Who learned to ride a bike during a task on Series 12 of Taskmaster? Time. Correct answer there. It was Victoria Corrin Mitchell. Victoria asks Alex Horne if there's anything really basic that he never learned to do before revealing that she never really learned to ride a bicycle. So, C was the correct answer. 60% is a breakpoint. How many got that one wrong? Start the meter. Oh. And there we have it, just the one abstention there from, I think it was Joe. Everybody else gave me the correct answer of C, Victoria Corrin Mitchell. And yes, the Holy Three of Quizzy Monday from Mastermind, University Challenge and Only Connect respectively. Let's go on, question number 9. We drop the breakpoint to 50% and we have 3 more options for this question, and they are halogen and an alkali metal, transition metal and a noble gas, a lanthanide and a metalloid. The word fear can be written using the chemical symbols for which 2 elements? Time. 50% the breakpoint, bit of a curveball on this question. Correct answer is B, transition metal and a noble gas. Fe is iron and Ar is argon, which are transition metal and a noble gas respectively. Fe plus Ar is the only way to split the word into parts that are chemical symbols, i.e. we don't get an F, an Ea and an R. That's not a possible way, but yeah, nice little question there. Bit of a thinky one for you. How many of you got it right? Start the meter. Oops. Start the meter. And stop the meter. 100% well played. All 19 of you giving me B, and we go on to question number 10. Breakpoint drops to 40%. Last question, where there are 3 options after this, it goes up to 4, thus making the game a little bit harder. Have a look at this. Question number 10. Options are John Williams, Hans Zimmer, Danny Elfman. In March 2022, who gave a live performance of their soundtrack to the 2021 film Dune? And there's answers from everybody, and that is time. Correct answer is Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer, the answer we wanted. The film stars Timothy Chalamet, Zendaya, and Rebecca Ferguson. And I'm pretty sure I pronounced Timothy Chalamet wrong there. But I think saw it on an interview. Everyone pronounced his name wrong. I used to call Zendaya until I heard Graham Norton say Zendaya. And Rebecca Ferguson, I'm fairly confident with. Answer 1 was B, Hans Zimmer. How many of you were right? Or more importantly, how many of you were wrong? Start the meter. Oh, and we have stopped at 32%, just avoiding that break point. Was she really, David? That's very exciting. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. And yeah, Elfman at Coachella, was that the thing with him with the shirtless with the tats? That came up on Twitter the other day. It was quite an exciting moment. I never imagined him like that, somehow. So yeah, 32% of you getting the wrong answer there, which means enough of you have got it right to survive the question. 5 going for Danny Elfman, just the 1 going for John Williams, no one abstaining there. We go on to question number 11. Breakpoint dropped to 30%, getting pretty jolly low now, and 4 options available here for question number 11, and they are... Oh, nice. Her father will live there. 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. What time limit is put on Zoom calls of 3 or more people if the call's organiser is on the free basic plan? I think a lot of us probably got used to Zoom over during the pandemic. Can you remember? I think they might have lifted it during the pandemic, but it's definitely gone back in place since. The correct answer is B, 40 minutes. There's also a 30-hour upper time limit for all meetings, which typically is the only limit that applies to meetings with 2 or fewer people. 2 or one person. A meeting of 1 person you can do. Talk to yourself for 30 hours. B, 40 minutes was the right answer, and my wife is calling me, so hold the phone just a minute. Darling, I'm about to press the Purge meter button. What's up? Okay, well, I'll see you shortly then. Cool, bye-bye. Apparently nothing of importance, nothing important enough to actually sustain a phone call. Right, 30% the break point. Let's find out how many were wrong. Start the meter. Almost enough for 2 of my streams, is that right too? We are close, we are slowing. And we have busted through, only just 37% incorrect. With 12 of 19 players going for the correct answer, but not enough to survive. 7 wrong answers in total, 3 going for 20 minutes, 4 going for 30 minutes. No abstentions and no one for 10 minutes, but for the 7 players who did get that one wrong, I'm afraid we are going into Purge number 3, and you are... AB Me, Shadowmane, Topper, Colo, DMC, Dogfish, and Jers. Full answer required to this question if you want to survive. The very best of luck to all 7 of you, and here is the question. When he was on Desert Island Discs, Chris Tarrant chose which 1988 Thomas Harris novel as his book of choice that was later adapted into a 1991 film starring Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster. And AB Me just out of time there. The correct answer was The Silence of the Lambs. Oh, a little bit more of a bloodbath here. We've lost 1 in the first one, 2 in the second, and this time we are losing 5. No answer from AB Me. Who is Thomas Harris and what are his books? He also wrote Red Dragon and Hannibal. I'd like to take the money. Final answer from Topper. Hannibal Lecter, that's a character, and one of the books in the series is called Hannibal, but unfortunately Hannibal Lecter is not the right answer to DMC, and Nell is also not the right answer. Unfortunately for ABME, Shadowmane, Topper, DMC, and Jers, that is an incorrect answer, and you have been purged. Well done to Colo and Dogfish, who rejoined the game. Breakpoint gets reset to 80% as we go to question number 12. 14 players now remain, and there are still 4 options. And for this question, I will tell you in a minute. His favourite track was Tequila Sunrise by the Eagles, and his luxury was a Lucky Sixpence. Some information on Chris Tarrant, if you're interested. So, question number 12, 4 options, and they are 7.27 million, 13.27 million, 10.27 million, 16.27 million. Of the 32 million people who voted in the 2019 UK general election, how many voted for Labour? Flurry of answers coming in at the end there. Tricky one to get back in. The correct answer is C, 10.27 million. Labour won 32.1% of the vote, and with it, its fewest number of seats since 1935, just 202. 10.27 million, the answer C. Breakpoint is 80%. Let's see how many of you were wrong. Start the meter. Oh, excuse me. E, not enough, quite. Exactly half. No one going for 7.27, 4 of you going for 13, 2 of you going for 16, and just the 1 abstention there. 50% getting it right. It's enough to get on to the next question. Question number 13 then. Breakpoint is 70%, 4 options, and they are Cornwall, Yorkshire, Kent, Norfolk. Where in the UK would you need to visit to enjoy the popular local delicacy of a fat rascal? And time. You've got to whisper it too. You've got to whisper it. I don't know if that was out of time. The correct answer is... Tis indeed be Yorkshire. All eyes on it, Sotley. In just a minute, I think. And possibly Ralph as well. According to Betty's, the cafe that invented the cake, these plump, fruity scones are hand decorated with a cheeky glacé cherry and almond face. Cheeky indeed. Never had one. Sounds lovely, actually. For Yorkshire! Indeed. How many of you managed to get it right for Yorkshire? Start the meter. Halfway there. No, halfway there. Can't count. I'm clearly not very well at the moment. Oh, but we were halfway to the number of people who got it wrong. 50%. 50% wrong at 50% right again. 7 people going for Yorkshire, 1 for Kent, 3 for Norfolk, 2 for Cornwall, and 1 abstention. We survive and we go through to the next question. Question 14, breakpoint dropping to 16%, still 14 players in play and 4 answers to pick from. Options are Diego Rivera, Jose Clemente Orozco, Frida Kahlo, David Alfaro Sigueores. Which artist was not one of the founders of the Mexican muralism movement, collectively known as the Three Greats? Time. Time. Correct answer is... It's Frida Kahlo, because of course it is. Works often took the form of large paintings on the walls of civic buildings, and the movement started as a result of the Mexican Revolution of the 1910s. Oh, and the answer is Frida Kahlo, because of course it is. Yeah, no girls allowed, apparently. 60% the breakpoint. How many of you got that one wrong? Start the meter. Percent of you were incorrect. 8 of you going for the safe Frida Kahlo answer. Sorry, I can't talk today. I think it's a combination of the run and generally being a bit ill. I'm sort of tripping over my words a bit, so apologies for that. 1 abstention, 2 going for D, 2 going for B, and 1 going for A. And I've got it right though to survive to the next question. Question 15, the last one where there are 4 options. After this, they will jump up to 5. 50% is the break point. And question number 15, the options are Chris Harrison, Cedric the Entertainer, Terry Crews, Meredith Vieira. Who was the host of the US version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire when Nick Hewer presented his first episode of Countdown in the UK? Time. Correct answer is D, Meredith Vieira. Hewer's first episode aired on the 9th of January 2012, and Vieira's final Who Wants to Be a Millionaire shows were recorded later that year. So D is what we're after. How many of you did not get that one right? Let's find out. Start the meter. Getting close. And we have buzzed through it. 64% of you were wrong there. 2 people abstaining. 3 going for Terry Crews, 2 for Cedric the Entertainer, and 2 for Chris Harrison. Just 5 going for Meredith Vieira. So we could be defaulting to the final if we lose all of these players to this purge. But we are going to purge number 4. Full answer required within 20 seconds. And those in this purge are Samster, Colo, Innes, Itzotli, Fernando, Dogfish, Toot, Brand New Halo, and Joe. To the other 5 do sit tight for a minute. You could be in the final very shortly, but first of all, the small matter of this purge. Good luck to all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of you. Here is purge question number 4. What is a booglehead a fan of? From everybody. Taking a bit of time over them though. A booglehead. Correct answer is investing, named after the founder of Vanguard. Booglehead's investing advice and info. It is specifically investing that we wanted there. Real estate is close but not close enough. Trains, rock music, boogles, goblins. Wish I'd gotten the lit question. The lit question. Playing word games with 1 letter missing from the board. Tchaikovsky, boogling, and I see the light. It is a sausage question. Invest in the sausage. I have to say that is a question that replaced a different question from earlier on, because I believe the previous question was too hard, which I won't share with you just now, just in case it provokes any ill will. But unfortunately, there's some big names in there. It's a sudden flash exit for the 9 players who have gotten that one wrong. Samster, Colo, Innes, Brand New Halo, Toot, Dogfish, Fernando, Itzotli, and Joe. That's the wrong answer, and you've been purged. Which means we lose the 5 questions from the end of that pack, and we don't get to see our 4th purge question. Haven't seen this for a while, but we have lost all but 5 players, which means it is time for the final purge. We don't need to do tiebreakers on scores because there are exactly 5 of you left. Cyclespace, Lupine, Jogging Chum, P-Fired, and BC, you are our finalists this week. Let's just take a quick glance at the medal table. We'll take a quick glance at the medal table. Your browser does not support WebGL. Yes, it definitely does. What you talking about, Willis? Okay, fine. My browser does not support WebGL. It does, but it's being weird, so I can't check that data just now. Let's go to the final purge. All but 5 players have been purged. Only 1 of you can emerge as the champion. There you all are. Lupine, BC, Jogging Chum, P-Fired, and Psychospace. If you've not done this before, it's a play or pass based on half a question. If you play and get it right, you can pick someone to eliminate. If you pass and they get it wrong, they are eliminated. However, if you play and get it right, or pass and they get it right, then... So if you play and get it wrong, or you pass and they get it right, then you will be eliminated. Lupine has gone into pole position, so Lupine, you're going to have the choice of whether you answer questions first or last. Lupine has decided to go first, so we'll go in descending order of points, starting with Lupine. A reminder that if you're going to pass, please do indicate who you are passing to in the in your response when whispered to the bot. You've got 20 seconds to do that. Doesn't have to be exact, as long as there is some indication of who you're passing to. Okay, Lupine, let's play the final purge. Decide whether you want to answer this question or whether you nominate somebody else based on this half a question. And if you want to nominate somebody else, please do let me know who in your response. Once described by Chris Tarrant as gargantuan, in which country? Play or pass? Passing it over to BC. So BC, question for you. Take a look. This question, BC, is for you. Get that question in full, BC. Here it is. Once described by Chris Tarrant as gargantuan, in which country is the lottery known as El Gordo drawn annually, often for huge jackpots? BC not wasting any time and saying Spain. Is that the right answer? Certainly is. That was a bad pass from Lupine, drawn around Christmas since 1812, and nowadays the value of the prizes exceeds 2 billion euros. It's a lot of money, but it was a bad pass from Lupine. BC's gotten that right, and I'm afraid, Lupine, you've been purged. So BC, player's going to pass on to you. You've faced one question already. Do you want to face a second? That choice is yours, and if you're going to nominate somebody else, please do indicate who you're going to nominate in your response. Half a question then, BC. As a result of investing advice Chris Tarrant received while fishing, he bought shares in which jogging chum? We're continuing to kick it down the road. Lupine kicked it to BC. BC is now kicking it down one further. Jogging chum, this question is for you. And that question in full for you, Jogging chum. Good luck. As a result of investing advice Chris Tarrant received while fishing, he bought shares in which football club, with a market cap of $2.3 billion, it is easily the world's largest publicly traded football club. Jogging chum going for Arsenal. Is that the right answer? I'm afraid not. It's Manchester United. Man United shares went partially public in 2012, and I'll save that little bit of fact nugget for you for a bit later on. These are all true. Oh, that's what I was about to say, Lewis. These are all true Tarrant stories, apparently. So, Jogging chum, it was unfortunate from BC to pass to you, but BC, it was a good pass. Jogging chum has not answered that correctly, and I'm afraid, Jogging chum, you have been purged. 3 remain. BC, P-Fied, and Cyclespace player is going to pass over to P-Fied. Decide whether you want to answer this question or nominate somebody else. And again, if you're going to nominate, please do indicate who in your response. Half a question then, P-Fied. Recalling his travels in Buenos Aires, Chris Tarrant recalled that it was hard to dance in which? And P5 is going to play this one. Okay, first time we've seen a play in this final. P5, this question is for you. And that question in full, P5, good luck. Recalling his travels in Buenos Aires, Chris Tarrant recalled that it was hard to dance in which German brand of premium sandals notable for using contoured cork to support the foot. Saying Birkenstocks. Birkenstocks, is that the right answer? Birkenstock is the right answer. So P5, as you chose to play that question, you do get the choice of someone to eliminate. Again, you don't need to give me the exact name, but either BC or Cyclespace is going home at this point. Whoever you eliminate will have control of the other one will have control of the next question, so bear that in mind. P5, that's the right answer. Who are you going to purge? It is going to be BC, so Cyclespace sitting quietly on the end, twiddling his thumbs, And he's finally going to get control of the question. Unfortunately, BC, you have been chosen for purgation. That's not a word. BC, good play, but unfortunately, you've been purged. So, one final question of the evening, and cycle space. You are in control of it. Is it going to be P fired to answer, or are you going to choose to answer it yourself? First, I've got this game, so I'm happy. Yes, let's see who wins this final. Good effort, BC. Tough game. Half a question, cycle space. When returning from his travels, Chris Tarrant said that he most looks forward to eating. So Luigi pass, and cycle space is going for the full Luigi strategy here. Avoiding questions entirely in the final. We've seen it pay dividends before. Will it pay dividends tonight? P fired. This question is for you. And that question in full P fired. Good luck. When returning from his travels, Chris Tarrant said that he most looks forward to eating which type of curry, with its name coming from the Persian term for 2 onions. P5 is saying Vindaloo. Vindaloo. Is that the right answer? No, it's a dough piazza. Dough piazza. Dough piazza actually covers 2 different dishes, one Iranian in origin and the other South Asian. In curry form, a dough piazza should include twice the amount of onions as it does meat. Yuck. Not for Ben. It is a Luigi win because unfortunately P fired. That is the wrong answer and you have been purged. But just on the Birkenstock questions, founded in 1774, the shoes were first sold in the US in health stores, causing them to be associated with hippie culture. Shoes involve an intricate 4-layered system of different materials using jute, cork, latex and suede. More fascinating info is available at this link right here. Cycle Space, you have Luigi'd your way through the final, and very well done because you have survived the Purge. And yes, Birkenstock, great answer from P5 there, but unfortunately not able to get the second one. Good game all round. Lovely little Purge pack right there. Thank you very much to Lewis, who I need to add some stuff on. What are we playing? The Purge. Enter the winner's name. Cycle Space, Set, and Lewis T as the author, and award medals. There you go. All of that should be added onto the system and have some Purge bonus pennies just to cap the night off, and that will then all update in the system and all will be well. Oh God, I'm tired and I'm not feeling particularly well at the moment. My legs hurt and I've got an ulcer on my tongue and I'm very tired, and I've got a concert on Sunday and another stream on Saturday, and 2 rehearsals tomorrow afternoon. Yeah. It's. I figured I was probably going to get ill when I started running. So, but we power on. It's. I always used to get ill all the time, so I'm kind of used to it. But thank you for the advice, Lupine. I probably will. I'll probably go to bed after this. Last chance to claim those pennies. Stopping it in. No topper. No spontaneous spotlight. Not today. Stopping those bonuses in 3 and 2 and 1 and stop. Yeah, it won't be a cup of. Well, if I have tea, it'll be Red Bush at Sotley because it's caffeine free. If I drink too much tea at this time of night, I won't go to sleep, which would be a tremendous shame. Thanks to Lewis for that question pack. Thank you everybody for playing. Congratulations to Cyclespace. You have survived the Purge. Not many people do that, and you will be added to the Board of Champions, which you'll be able to go and check out when I upload data very shortly. What is going on? We have got our great friend Mr. Bash back tomorrow with some Outright. Go give him a follow if you want to go play some Outright. This coming Saturday, Answer Trap Blitz by Sapster, Red Herrings by Shapes, more Face-Off Heat, or the start of the Face-Off Heat, and then Risky Business by It's Sotley. That's going to be right here on Saturday. Topper is kicking off Season 3 with Elimination on Sunday. So do go give him a follow. That'll be at 8 PM over on Topper's channel. And Hands on Buzzers, if you're a bit of a Nightbird, at 11 PM BST. Also on the Sunday, they're going to be doing Card Sharks, I believe. So lots going on, lots to look forward to. As ever, you can come and join the Discord if you want to come hang out with us. We'll be very cool. There's normally something going on, and yeah, it's all generally lovely. I'm also going to be here Tuesday next week. Not much happening on Monday apart from the Quizzy Monday on TV. On the Tuesday, what have I got Tuesday next week? Twitch Plays Wordle, Cryptex Face Off, and Spotlight. So Spotlight is coming as scheduled and not spontaneous on Tuesday. So I do hope you'll join me for that. And on Saturday before then, until next time, I will be poking my head around the door for Outright tomorrow, because one of my packs is being played. Maybe sort of in and out, because I'm obviously with the family on Friday night. Thanks, brand new Halo. Yeah, I think it's the combination of the run and just generally being run down. It's been a busy few couple of weeks and things, so yeah, I'm gonna go have some sleep, I think. Until next time, you have been watching Game Night on Thursday. Thank you for joining me for this new. Do spread the word that this is going to be a regular thing. Certainly this season, the slightly shorter Thursday night stream starting at 8 with a big variety of games. Next Thursday, it's going to be a double dose of Millionaire, including a pack by Mrs. Flush. So please do make sure you come along for that. Until next time, be splendid and marvellous and wonderful to each other. Stay safe out there. Take care. Peace out. Good night, and congratulations to Cyclespace because you have survived the Purge. Good night. We haven't raided for a while, and my friend Eric is doing some GTA Vice City speedruns. He's a really cool guy. He's from Croatia, does a lot of speedruns, a lot of Tomb Raider, but he's doing GTA Vice City, which is one of my favourite GTA games. So let's go give him some love, raid on over there, and I'll see you there. Thanks very much, and good night.